It's fixing a tailgate day.
So, as you can see, we have an issue with this latch. I guess it serves me right for fixing the regulator. Of course, something else needs to break straight away. On the same note, I have repaired one of these before. In fact, pretty much the same thing happened with my old E53 X5 latch. Basically, they have a... Oh, let me show you guys. They have a spring inside this latch mechanism, which is supposed to return this. And as you can see, we're flopping around. We're all loose. It's a bit of a theme with loose things on this car. So I'm pretty confident it's going to be the spring has broken again. So we need to get the latch out. But yeah, because of the way this all works, it won't actually lock in properly. So even if we bottom this out completely, oh, I'm trying to put force on it. That's as closed as the latch can go. The latch is still able to be opened. So it's not actually getting its double lock in. Right, to get this out and try and repair it, which is what I'm going to do because we don't want to spend money. We need to get to the latch, and from memory, they're an absolute nightmare to get to. You've actually got to even take the windscreen wiper out. What we're going to do is remove the plastic trim panels. These ones just pop off, and then we have a screw in behind the light, in the handle, in behind the light. Then we should be able to get this panel off. Let's get on with it. It's also not even 6 o'clock in the morning, and I haven't had a coffee yet, so we'll see how this goes. So it appears T30s, T30, and T30 are the 10 mils of the Torx world, because of the 4 I should have, none of them are there. And you need a T30 to get the mount out. Shit, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? We're gonna use T27s. So that's close enough. I'm actually gonna try and take the latch out without taking the wiper motor out. Let's see if BMW did it this way. Last time I did it, I took the wiper motor out. I'm just trying to save a little bit of time. You guys know what it's like. So we'll see if we can get the motor out without taking the wiper. Sorry, we'll get the latch out without taking the wiper out. Okay. There is no chance that's going to come out, I don't think. No. It was worth a try. It was worth a try. Alright, so to get the wiper off, we need to actually get the arm off. So I got the wiper removed, which was just a 13mm bolt. And it looks like one plug going to the wiper motor. And using the wrong Torx bit. Nice. The wiper motor bolts still appear to be different lengths to the latch bolts. We should have been a little careful there, it may have just fallen off. But, oh, have we got 4? No, we're good, we're good. Okay, that's nicely rubber mounted. So with the wiper motor out of the way, we then should be able to remove the lock. Oh. This little safety pull getting caught. There we have a lock. Right. So the spring that broke is in this section here. So we'll just try and get this cover off. The clips aren't as tight as I remember. Okay. And there we have it, the broken spring. Is it broken or does it just come off? It's the broken. Okay. Where's the rest of it? So basically where the spring goes, this little sucker here, it keeps these, I hope we can get it on camera, keeps that point there and that point there clamped together, and basically keeps tension on the whole lock. Everything is loose and flapping around when those two haven't got the spring on it. So what I'm going to do is try and basically bend out, I think I did follow a tutorial back in 2018 when I did the last one, but I just bent out the last coil and made another spring. So I'll go and grab a pair of pliers and we'll have a crack at that. So, I'll try and grab onto that last coil. It's harder than I thought it would be. Can't remember how I did it last time. I think I did it with a vise, which I do have just over there. Oh, yeah, we're getting somewhere. Oh. Okay. We've modified the spring a little bit. Not my best work, but I reckon it should be enough to do what we need it to do. So if I hook it onto there, that'll pull tight. And then if we use these suckers, we should be back in business with a spring and a tensioned. Oh, that's actually just locked the lock for the first time. All right, let me plug it in and we'll test it. All right, so with the spring in there, I can actually show you the mechanism working. So if we lock the latch, everything locks in, everything's solid. The micro switch is activated, which is what turns the lights off, and that's how I found out about this. I was getting the boot open all the time warning, and then nice release mechanism. Latch. Nice. It's a really nice setup. It's crazy that such a small electric motor does the latch and such small gauge wiring. I guess that's because, anyway, I'm being fascinated by engineering. Right, I guess it's just a matter of putting it back together. So I'll get it all put back in. It's a reverse of what we did to take it out, and we'll give it a proper test. And I used it on the window reg the other day. I'm just gonna give everything a bit of a coating with lithium grease. Obviously the grease that's in here is now 20 years old. So, hang on. Yeah, got the right one. Yeah, we'll just give it a bit of a spray so everything's gonna move with a little bit more lubrication, and hopefully we'll get another 20 years before the spring decides to break. But yeah, it's something I see a lot of people don't pick up on when they're doing maintenance on older vehicles. They'll fix something and then not pay attention that the grease or the lubrication that has been helping it last so long is now all gone, and then they wonder why their repair doesn't last very long. And by they, I mean me, most of the time. But we're learning, we're learning. All right, back to time lapse. We'll get it put back together. It was all going too smooth, wasn't it? It was all going too smooth. The safety catch, this little thing here, like the emergency release if you get a flat battery, when I threaded it back through, I kid you not, it managed to go in and then get hooked somewhere on the inner skin. I couldn't get it out. It's been about 25 minutes trying to get this safety catch out. What a joke. Yeah, so I broke it. So it now doesn't have an emergency release. So if you're gonna do this, make sure you pay attention to how you feed that safety catch through. There is a hole or something in the skin that it can easily get stuck in, and you're gonna have a bad time. And yeah, my fingers are bleeding trying to get, that was pain. Be careful with the safety catch, top tip. It's annoying, when I did the last one, definitely didn't have that problem, but hey, learn as we go. Well, here we go. It locks. It unlocks. It no longer does the weird clicky thing. We have the boot lights on. If we shut it down, boot lights are off. So we fixed something. How good's that? Right, guys. I am stoked. Well, there we go. That is the boot lock repair done. Things to take away from it, you can reuse the old spring. That's what I did on my old one. I mean, I only had that car for about 8 months after I did the boot repair. So I can't say if it lasts forever, but if you're on a budget, save buying a spring, which you can't buy that spring from BMW, so you can just bend it and extend it. And I think it's going to be okay. Add a little bit more lubricant to the lock and be super careful when you are threading that lovely safety release back through. I mean, I don't know of anyone that's ever needed to use it. The actual motors in the lock very rarely fail. Although I have broken it, if it does fail again, we'll worry about it when it happens. But yeah, the safety cord is now only about 4 inches long. So I'll probably have to destroy this piece of trim if the electric motor fails. But fingers crossed it won't. Hey. When I mess up, I'll show you guys. All right, we'll end it off there. I'm still waiting on a few bits for the Vargas car, mainly the turbos, to be honest. Sean from DAW has gotten coronavirus, and I was actually talking to him last week, and he was going to send them the next day. And then he appears to have nearly died. So that's not good. I hope Sean gets well soon. But as soon as those Flomax Pluses turn up, we're going to be full steam ahead with the Vargas build. I just didn't want to actually pull it apart until I have all the parts to put it back together, just in case anything weird happens. It ends up getting stuck on the hoist for a month. Yeah, super looking forward to that build. I was kind of hoping it'd be done by now, but we'll get there. Yeah, guys, there'll be another video in the next couple of days. Peace.